In this video, we are going to answer for science practice paper number 10. Already we have finished physics and chemistry part. Now the remaining part is part C, biology. In that one, let us see the 27th question. A student plants seedlings in a pot and hangs it upside down. After a few days, to his surprise, he observed that the roots within had grown towards the earth. Identify the type of tropism. So, if the root is growing towards the earth, it indicates that it is geotropism. So, for 27th question, the right answer is option C, that is geotropism. Next, 28th. In a female human adult, when the egg is not fertilized, the lining of the uterus breaks and comes out, and this process is called, menstruation, menopause, fertilization, implantation. The right answer is menstruation. So option A. That is menstruation. Now let us move for the next main, that is 29th question. The child specify that he wants to buy a CFC free refrigerator. Give reason. So he wants to buy a CFC free refrigerator because to avoid damage by CFC to ozone layer. So because CFC will damage the ozone layer, to avoid the damage by CFC to ozone layer, he is willing to buy a refrigerator which is CFC free. Now let us move for 30th question. The 30th question, in the given figure below, write the function of the part that is marked. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ದು ನಾವು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. The marked part is ureters, and the function of ureter is a tube-like structure. Ureter is a tube-like structure that carries urine from kidney to urinary bladder. That is the function of the ureters. Two ureters will be there. They are tube-like structure which carry urine from kidney to urinary bladder. Next, let us move for the 31st question. That is differentiate between self-pollination and cross-pollination. So now one side let us write the self-pollination, another side let us write the cross-pollination. Let us differentiate between self-pollination and cross-pollination. So in the self-pollination, the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of a same flower. Then cross pollination, the transfer of pollen grains from anther of one flower to stigma of another flower. So this is the first difference. Then coming to the second difference, in the second difference, self-pollination it does not require, self-pollination does not require external agency or external agents like water, air, it does not require. But cross pollination, it requires external agents. It requires external agents. So that is the second difference between self pollination and cross pollination. Next, third difference is self pollination. It takes place even when flower is closed. Flower is closed. It takes place only. It takes place only when. It takes place only when flower is opened. Petals open andaga. Flower is opened. So these are the differences between self-pollination and cross-pollination. Now let us move for the 32nd question. So the 32nd question is, what are fossils? What are the methods to identify the age of fossils? So now in that one only one more internal choice question is there. So let us answer both the questions. So what are fossils? Fossils are the dead remains, of organisms of distant past. The dead remains of organism of distant past is called as fossils. Then what are the methods used to measure the age of fossil? One is called relative depth method. The first one is called relative depth method and the second method is called carbon dating. So these are the two methods used to find the age of fossils. Now in that one only internal choice question is there. Let us move for that internal choice question. A student observed a wings of a bat and a bird. He identified them as analogous organ. Is statement correct? If so, justify. So ಮೊದಲನೇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Yes. Is statement is correct. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟಿಫೈ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ both that is both wings of bat and wings of bird have same function, that is flying, same function but different structure. Both are having different structure but both are doing the same function. So this is why that's why the student says that these organs are analogous organ, because both have the same function but different function, different structure. Function same, structure different, therefore it is called analogous organ. Now let us move for 33rd question. So 33rd question ಏನಿದೆ? So 33rd question is, the small intestine of a cow is longer when compared to the small intestine of tiger. Give reason ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. So let us answer both of them. So cow ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ cow has longer small intestine because it is very difficult to digest, cellulose. Then Another question is there. Tiger has short small intestine because it is very easy to digest meat. So this is the answer for 33rd question. Now let us move for 34th question. In the 34th question, explain briefly the function of nephron in human excretory system. In that one only one more internal choice question is there. Write 3 events that occur in the process of photosynthesis. So now let us answer both the questions. Now let us write the function of nephron in human excretory system. First function is the blood enters the kidney through renal artery into the glomerulus, which is a network of blood capillaries. Okay, this is first point, first function. Second one, in glomerulus, the waste such as glucose, water, amino acids and salts get filtered from blood, called glomerular filtration. This is the second function. Then coming to the third function, the waste in the proximal convoluted tubule gets selectively reabsorbed, called tubular reabsorption. So this is the third point. And the fourth point, now filtrate moves down. Now the filtrate moves down into the loop of Henle. ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This is the fourth point. And the last point is from loop of Henle, waste move upward to the distal convoluted tubule, and finally collected into the collecting duct. ಕೊನೆಗೆ collecting duct ಅಲ್ಲಿ collect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, into the collecting duct. So like this we have to write down the functions of what we call, that is, nephron. Next, in that one only one more question is there. The three events that occur during photosynthesis. First one, absorption of sunlight energy, absorption of sunlight by chlorophyll. So this is the first event. Second one, conversion of light energy into chemical energy, splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. This is the second event. Then coming to the third event. So the third event is reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. Then write the equation 6CO2 plus 6H2O give rise to C6H12O6 plus 6O2. So this is the balanced chemical equation for photosynthesis. So now let us move for the next question. That is in the next question, that is 35th question. So 35th question is explain briefly, 35th. List the function of the following parts in human female reproductive system: oviduct, ovary and uterus. Now let us answer all the three now. Now let us first write the function of first ovary ಬರೆದುಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. So first ovary the function ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, the function of ovary is, its function is to release the egg which is haploid in nature. So what is the function of ovary? To release the egg which is haploid in nature. This is the function of ovary. Then coming to the second one, let us write the function of oviduct. The function of the oviduct is, oviduct is also called as fallopian tube. It is the site of fertilization. So here the fusion of male and female gametes to form zygote. So zygote formation ಆಗುವ ಜಾಗ ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, that is oviduct or fallopian tube. And the third one is called as uterus. Now let us list the function of uterus. So uterus is a hollow pear-shaped region, organ where the development of fetus occurs during gestation period. This is the function of uterus. So like this we have to write the functions of ovary, oviduct and that is uterus. Now let us move for the next question. So the next question is 36th question. Name the types of organism found in the first trophic level. Give reason for the reduced number of organisms as the trophic level increases. Now let us answer it. The first question is, name the type of organism found in the first trophic level. The organism that found in the first trophic levels are producers. That is the answer for the first question. So which is more in number. Give reason for the reduced number of organisms as the trophic level increases. As the trophic level increases, the number of organisms decreases because to each trophic level only 10% of energy is transferred. Only 10% of energy is transferred. This is called 10% law. So the organisms at higher trophic level gets very less energy. At higher trophic level gets less energy. So this is the reason you have to write for this question. Now let us move for 37th question. In the 37th question, draw a diagram showing the vertical section of human brain and label the following parts: cerebellum and hypothalamus. Both also you have to label the part. In next coming to 38, in 38 two questions are there. One is what is meant by monohybrid cross. One question. ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ a tall pea plant capital T is crossed with a short pea plant small t represent the F2 generation with a checkerboard and its ratio ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದೆ. ರೈಟ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಹೋಮೋಲಗಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅನಾಲಗಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಬಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್, ದ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ is determined by what it inherit from their father. Justify this statement. So let us answer both the questions. So let us answer the first question. What is meant by monohybrid cross? A cross between two plants which differ by only one character. A cross between two plants which differ by only one character is called as monohybrid cross. In that one, another question is there, that is a tall pea plant capital T is crossed with short pea plant. First ಈಗ F1 ನೋಡೋಣ. So F1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ capital T small t. So during gamete formation capital T small t. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು F1 ಗೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ, so let us write like this. This is gamete. This is capital T small t capital T small t capital T small t capital T small t capital T small t. In F1 generation all the progeny are homozygous. They are having the same genotype. Now let us move for F2 generation. Capital T small t, here cross pollination, here self pollination. So let us go for self pollination. So because having the same genotype, so gamete formation capital T small t, gamete formation capital T small t. So now let us write the checkerboard for this one. So this is gamete. Capital T, small t, capital T, small t, capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, small t, capital T, small t, small t. So in F2 generation, so 75% plants are tall and 25% are dwarf. ಇದು F2 generation ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು let us write down phenotypic ratio as well as genotypic ratio. Phenotypic 3:1. Next genotypic ratio ಬರೆಯೋಣ. So genotypic ratio will be 1:2:1. So phenotypic 3:1 and genotypic 1:2:1. So like this we have to write the that is checkerboard for that is monohybrid cross. Phenotypic 3:1 and genotypic 1:2:1. Now let us move for another question is there. Let us answer that internal choice question. Now let us write the difference between homologous organ and analogous organ. First homologous, the organs having same structure but different function. Next ಈ ಕಡೆ analogous, the organs having same function but different structure. This is the first difference between homologous organ and analogous organ. Next ಎರಡನೇ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬರೋಣ. ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವುದು ಹೋಮೋಲಗಸ್. ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜು. ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್. Stages in the development are similar. This side stages in the development are different. Development stage different ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So this is the second difference between homologous organ and analogous organ. Then coming to the third one, inherited from. Homologous organs are inherited from a common ancestor. Next coming to this side, not inherited. So not inherited from ancestors. So example, now let us take the example of homologous organ. Limbs of human, dog, then whale. Then example for analogous organ, wings of bat, bird, insects. So these are the differences between homologous organ and analogous organ. So now in that one only one more question is there. That is, we have to write the sex of the child is determined by what they inherit from their father. Justify this statement. Yes, the sex of the child is determined. The sex of the child is determined by the chromosomes of father. So ಈಗ father chromosomes ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, so father chromosomes are heterozygous and mother chromosomes are homozygous. They have same chromosomes, they have different chromosomes, they have same chromosomes. So during the fusion of male and female, ನೋಡಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ಕರ್ ಬೋರ್ಡನ್ನು ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವೈ, ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಚೆಕ್ಕರ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ, ತಂದೆಯ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ತಾಯಿಯ ತಂದೆಯ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ತಾಯಿಯ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸು ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಚೈಲ್ಡು ಅದು ಬೇಬಿ ಐದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಆರ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಫಾದರ್. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಎರಡು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸು ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ತಂದೆಯ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ತಂದೆಯ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮು ತಾಯಿಯ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗರ್ಲ್. ತಂದೆಯ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮು ತಾಯಿಯ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ತಾಯಿಯ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ತಂದೆಯ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಎಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗರ್ಲ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ತಂದೆಯ ವೈ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮು ತಾಯಿಯ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬಾಯ್. ತಂದೆಯ ವೈ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ತಾಯಿಯ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬಾಯ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ the sex of the child depends upon the chromosomes of the father but not the chromosome of mother. Ekandre mother have the same chromosome, they are homozygous, but the father has heterozygous. Adrinda x ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ girl, but ತಂದೆಯ y ತಾಯಿಯ x ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it will be always boy. So like this, the gender of the child depends upon the chromosomes of father, not the chromosome of mother. So this is the end of this science practice paper number 10. So we have successfully completed all the 3 parts. In the next video we are going to solve one more question paper. So thank you very much. Please watch my YouTube channel, subscribe those are not subscribed, so those are already subscribed, so please watch my videos, share my videos and like my videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification for the next video. So thank you very much.